What's up, everyone? Welcome to the 25th birthday piece. That is right, I am 25 years old, and some interesting facts about the number 25. I dug up some cool facts for you guys. Is the World Pasta Day is October 25th, which is pretty cool because that's actually coming up here pretty soon. Fact number 2, Francesco Bogian set a Guinness World Record in 2008 by making 25 tortellonis in 3 minutes. Last but not least, the third fact of the number 25, the 80th and 90th numbers of pi is 25. Anyways, what I thought would be cool to do for this video, since you guys are all joining me virtually for my 25th birthday piece, is I thought it'd be cool to just talk a bit, give you guys a chance to know me a little bit more on like a personal level. Let's jump into it. So, 25. What can I say about turning 25? On one end, it's cool because, it's a quarter century. If we're expected to live 100 years, then technically I'm already 1/4 of the way through my life. Being that, the best possible outcome would be that I live 100 years. I think it really puts things into perspective when you think about it that way. Not a lot of people think about that. Yeah, I think it's really cool for me turning 25, doing YouTube and doing graffiti and still drawing through all these years. For me, it feels like sort of like a milestone. I feel like this is like a big moment in my career, like as an artist. For those of you that don't know, I actually have a job. I work a corporate 9-to-5. I moved out of my parents' house to live here in Long Beach. I graduated with 2 bachelor degrees. I'm now getting a master's in business, and I graduate in about 3 months at the end of 2020. So yeah, on one end, I feel like an adult. I feel like I'm supposed to be like this big, businessman, 3 degrees, like an adult. But on the other end, on the complete contrary, like I still really love, spraying a can, doing graffiti. I still love drawing. I still love, design and colors and music. So on another end, I still feel like a kid. So I guess that's one thing I wouldn't say I struggle with, but it's like a weird part of growing up, So sometimes I find myself teetering between the two, and I feel like, I don't know how to act. I really do still feel like a kid. Yeah, 25. I mean, age is really just a number. It's all in your head. Obviously, we want to mature, we want to grow, we want, self-development, self-improvement. But I don't think that has to happen at the cost of losing your childlike nature, this playful heart, this joyous, pure heart that a child has. And I think that's one thing that I admire, like, about being a kid, and like why I do graffiti is that it takes me back to my childhood. I think it's good to have a good balance of both. I think it's important. Actually, I really do think it's important for people to keep their childlike nature. Too many times, they think about it when we're growing up, when you're a kid, think about how everything was possible. Think about how happy you were. There wasn't a care in the world. You didn't have rent. You didn't care about, the stresses of the world that, I experience now as an adult. As you grow up and you have these stresses, you lose that, like I said, like that childlike nature, that playful heart, that joyous personality that was happy and always looking forward to the next day, to playing and stuff. Don't lose your childlike nature. Don't lose that purity of heart. Because when you're a child, you don't know racism. You don't know poverty. You don't judge people. When you're a child, you're just happy. You're just free. You just want to play all the time. I think it's important to keep a side of you that's like that. I really do. Because there's no point in going through life just, serious and stern all the time. Hopefully that made sense. But let's get back to the piece. I've been talking. I didn't even realize I'm already jumped so far in this piece. So a little bit of background about this piece. I've always actually wanted to do a vanilla and red color scheme, and it's weird because I feel like my brain, it makes these connections where as I experience life, I feel like I can make these connections to the calling of the universe. For so long, I've always wanted to rock this color scheme. And one day I was looking at my paint rack. For those of you that know, I have like a paint rack in my apartment, sort of like took the graph shop home type of thing. And I noticed I had a lot of vanillas and reds. So I was like, all right, cool. I think I'll finally do a piece, you know, like whatever. Wasn't too pumped on it. But then one of my editors came by. He came over and we watched this movie called Project Power on Netflix. The whole movie, you know, it's about like having superpowers. I nerd out on stuff like that. One of the main characters, Jamie Foxx, the character has the superpower of a pistol shrimp. Right off the bat, I was like, damn, that's a dope ass name, like a pistol shrimp. And basically what's super cool about this shrimp that's no bigger than about the size of your finger, it could snap its claw at about 62 miles an hour, and at that speed, it creates a bubble burst, and it gets as hot as the surface of the sun in that bubble, and that's how the pistol shrimp kills its predators or its prey. So I thought that was just super cool. You know, growing up on a part of my life, about 10 years living on a ranch, you know, with horses, goats, chickens, all these animals, I really love nature. I think it's just like a beautiful thing how nature is just awesome to me. I'm gonna go into a rabbit hole if I talk about that. But I love nature. I love graffiti. I've always wanted to do this piece. So I finally had a chance, and I thought it would be cool to do this for my 25th birthday. You know, I was starting Walking Giants on my own at about, I want to say maybe 18 or 19. I built the company by myself for years. It wasn't until lately that 3 of my friends actually joined the team, and it really feels good, you know, being at this stage of my life where I have, you know, degrees, I have a job, I have my own place, I have the YouTube channel going, and the team is growing. These days, I just really feel thankful. Turning 25, I'm just really thankful for everything. All my friends, all my family, all the experiences, all the opportunities are coming up. So honestly, I would say that when you put positive energy into the universe, into your life, it comes back to you one way or another. And it really does. It's hard to believe it, but I've seen it happen in my life, and I guess I would just share that with all of you.